G'day gamers, Ranger Tony here, back with more of our Oblivion Minor Skilling Mage playthrough. This is going to be a very short video, I'm sorry. I'm going to be talking about this playthrough and where it's at. So when we last left off, we were at the point where we have to do the Blood of the Daedra questline, and what that is we have to get a Daedric artifact and bring it back to Martin so that he can do a ritual which will allow us to go and get from Mankar Camoran the Amulet of Kings. Now, there is one artifact that you can get for basically all of the major Daedra, and we were tasked, I guess, to come and get the one for Azura, because it is incredibly simple. You come over here, you talk to them, you don't even have to talk to them really, I don't think, but you have to bring one, where is it? One, glow dust. And it's really easy to get because there are a bunch of wisps that hang around here. You kill the wisp, you get the glow dust, you wait until dusk or dawn or whichever it is. You come over here, you talk to the Azura statue, and you have to be at least level 2. And if you know anything about this playthrough, we have not leveled up. We are still level 1. And the plan was to try and do the whole playthrough at level 1. So, it turns out that if you do your research and you look at it, there is only one quest line, one of the Daedric quest lines that you can potentially do as level 1. And it is the Clavicus Vial quest line. Now, if you know anything about this, you will know that there is this wonderful little dungeon right about, I think it's right about here. And you can go in there, and there is a female Bosma, a wood elf, all decked out in ebony armor, which, yeah, is hard enough to begin with, carrying a sword called Umbra. You kill her, you take Umbra, and you take it to the shrine of Clavicus Vial, which is about here. And technically, because you can go and do that and kill her before you're level 2, you can do it any time in the game, but if you're, at level 1, you can conceivably start that quest. You get the item, and then you just have to talk to the right person, and then talk to Clavicus Vial and get his mask, and you're done. Except that I probably didn't mention the female Bosma who's in there, who is wielding the sword called Umbra. She goes by the name Umbra as well. She is one of the few opponents in the game that is not leveled. What does that mean? Well, it means it doesn't matter when you come to fight her, she always has the same stats. She has, wait for it, 345, I think it is, somewhere around there, hit points. I have tried this. If we have a look at my spells at the moment, I have spells which are doing, these are the 2 main damage spells that I have. I have spells that are doing 15 points of damage. Oh, did I forget to mention that not only does Umbra have 340 odd hit points, but that she has a natural regeneration ability where she recovers a handful of hit points. I think it's like 2 or 3 hit points per second. Right? I have tried to battle her, and even having hit her with, say, an elemental bolt and then tried to get off a couple of elemental touches, it barely shows as having done any damage to her. I am willing to admit I am not a good enough player. I am not good enough at the whole dodge, jump, attack, dodge, jump, throw spells, get out of the way, all of that type of stuff to be able to kill Umbra. So, I am going to say that for right now, this playthrough is impossible because I didn't want to level up, right? And I didn't want to do anything else. There is, like, I've seen another person try and do this playthrough, do this kill Umbra at level 1 because they wanted to go to through the strange door into, I forget the name of it, but it's the Mad God's realm. Anyway, there's a guardian in there, this big tall guy that you have to kill. He actually is very reminiscent of the big guy at the end of the main quest line that is guarding the area around the Imperial Palace, or around the temples, I think it is. And the person who was doing this playthrough, they decided that the way that they wanted to be able to, they were playing as a warrior, and they decided the way that they wanted to be able to kill this guardian was to have Umbra. So they went and tried to kill Umbra to get the Umbra sword. Now, one of the ways that they were trying to do it is, if you time it just right, apparently there is some way that you can attack Umbra in her dungeon. It's a very small dungeon. You run out with her following you, and you swim over here to the Imperial waterfront. The moment she steps up on the land, all of the guards there will start to attack her. But if you don't do it just right, and I don't know what the little thing is that you have to do just right, but if you don't do it just right, the guards will also attack you. I feel like I could spend a dozen hours or more just trying to do this one mission, this one thing over and over again to try and kill Umbra. And the fact that I'm not any sort of melee character, I have 0 armor, except for protection spells. Look, I know what I could do. I know what I could try and do to get through this is I would have to go off and do a lot more stuff, right? So maybe complete the Mage Guild questline, complete a whole bunch of other non-storyline, non-main questline. Excuse me. I'd have to complete all of that stuff, get my levels up in all of my skills, because remember, I'm only using minor skills here, so I'd have to level up a lot of my minor skills. In particular, I'd have to get alteration up so that I could get really good protection spells. I'd have to get destruction up really high and build some higher level spells. But the problem I'm always going to have, even if I build my levels all the way up, I'm not going to have any more magicka than 210 points. So it will have to be a combination of the most powerful spells I can get my hands on that are less than 210 points of magicka per spell, and you know, ultimately I want them to be a lot less than that. But even if I can make a spell that does, say, 100 points of damage, and it costs me 200 magicka, not sure if that's possible, but at a high level destruction, I might be able to. If I could do that, right, and then I could use the Welkin Stones to restore my magicka to full, I might be able to survive that. Because remember, Umbra heals over time, so the strategy would be something along the lines of try and paralyze her, hit her with as high a level damage spells as possible, all while using up as many Welkin Stones as I have to completely restore my magicka after each spell. It's going to take a huge amount of work, is what I'm saying. It might be possible, but not without a huge amount of leveling of all of my magical skills to make this work. So I'm going to say at this point that as a mage, as a pure, or as this mage character that I've built, this Magus character. And remember, it's a custom class, but as a magic using a purely magical character in this game, it is not possible to complete the main quest line at level 1. Now, I may come back at a later date and say, okay, let's level up to level 2 and continue, right? And it wouldn't take me very much to get to level 2 because, as we can see here, I'm already about 20% of the way there, right? I think I got, I can't remember what I got. There you go. I would have got 1 level in hand-to-hand somehow and a level in alchemy. I think I read books that gave me 1 level in each of those. So I only have to get a bunch of levels in armor, blunt, heavy armor, alchemy, light. And that, a lot of that stuff would be very easy to do. I could go and pick up some weapons or whatever, and with a little bit of effort, grab an armory, a repair hammer. With a little bit of effort, I could get another level. But at this point, I don't feel like it is really in the spirit of what I wanted to do with this build, so I'm not going to do it. I am planning on starting another playthrough where we play as the pure mage character that they give you, the mage class that they give you in the game, and I'm going to play without any leveling mods. I'm just going to play as a mage and see if it's any better than the experiences I had originally when I started playing this game, a year or 2 ago, whenever that was. And when I was experiencing for the first time what it was like and how hard it was to level. I'm not going to think about leveling. I'm just going to try and play the game. I believe I will get a few hit points per level when I level up, even if I don't increase my endurance. But even if I don't, I can use magic to protect myself. In fact, I can even use magic to increase my health, things like that going forward. So that is going to be coming. If you're watching this stream live, it's probably going to be coming in a matter of minutes after I finish this stream. I will reset things up and we'll come in and we'll start that. Excuse me. But for now, the minor skilling mage playthrough of the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion is, I won't say dead, let's say on hold, on hiatus, whatever, because it is not possible, or it is very, very, very difficult to complete the main quest line as any sort of pure magic character. And it wouldn't matter whether I was doing the minor leveling or not. Let's be clear here. The limitation here is I don't have enough magicka to be able to survive. Like, I might have been, if I had enough magicka that I could make some more powerful spells, I might have been able to do, well, actually, no, probably not, because if I was playing like a normal mage and a normal mage, magic user, whatever, the base class that they give you, and I tried to play as that, destruction is one of your primary skills, so I wouldn't be able to level that up. So yeah, anyway, it's just not possible to do it at level 1 with a magic character. That's it. So I hope people have enjoyed this, at least to see how you can build a character that never levels just by putting all of the skills that you want to use as minor skills and skills that you hope to never use as major skills. You can build any sort of build like this. You could go for the mage character like I've done. You could go for a thief type character, whether it's a sneaky backstabber or a sneaky archer, whatever. You can do that this way and just never increase your level. You can go down the melee route. It doesn't matter what sort of character you want to build, put all of those skills that you want to use in your minor skills and skills that you are never going to use in the major skills, being aware that don't put passive skills in the major skills because you will then level up. So anything like speechcraft, mercantile, even things like acrobatics and athletics, they just increase over time. So they all have to be minor skills, otherwise you will level up. So yeah, you can do it with any type of character that you want, and it really makes the game, in a lot of ways, it makes it really, really easy because you never get any of the most of the higher level opponents. As we saw, I've done 4, I think, Oblivion Gates, and really Scamps and the lowest level Daedra are all we have seen. We haven't seen any of the higher things like the Daedroths, like the spider guys, like the I call them the Tyrannosaurus Rex. I can't remember the names of them off the top of my head. But any of the harder Daedra we haven't seen, and that makes this super easy. If it wasn't for this one quest. So as I said, I might come back later and go to level 2, but for now I'm going to call this one technically impossible, and we're going to move on and try something else. So I hope you all enjoyed this. I've been having fun playing this. Catch you for the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye now.